Cheers, guys. Sunday Funday here in Rusty, Rhode Island. So I always like to come out in the garage early Sunday morning, get out of my girlfriend's hair, let her relax. And I try to work on some stuff that's fun. But today, same old grind, I guess. So on the bumper, let's see if I can give you a look at it. Can you see where I filled in? I'm sure. And the rest is all glued together. So that's all got to get a sanding right on the lines. And then I'm going to lay like a line of the plastic epoxy right on the top of the crack. Right in a straight line along with the crack. Fill the crack in the rest of the way. And then I'll have to sand that down, prime, wet sand. Same here, but these things are holding together. I can bend it, push on it. It's not breaking. I try to break it. I want to break it. If it's going to break, I want it to break here, not when I have to take it back off the car, if you know what I'm saying. So I've been flexing the bumper and everything. And it's coming together pretty good. You can see that one piece I started to make there. That's going to be replacing. I got to make two pieces. That's just the piece that flips up. And then I got to trim that and make the piece that goes around and attach it there, and I'll trim off whatever I need to. But you can see that this is all coming back together again. And I'm flexing it, and it ain't breaking. So since it's not breaking, I'm assuming that I've got epoxy on the back side too, on all these joints. And I'm thinking I'm going to take some small pieces of metal on the back side and lay them across and then epoxy those in, so that there is a little extra, but I haven't got to that part yet. Right now I'm kind of just gluing it all together to, once it's all, knocking everything down. Oh, God. Such a klutz out here this morning. But you notice I'm moving it around and it's not breaking. So as much as that thing is flexing, it's not breaking. So just on the back side here, you can start to see I heat melded all of this. And when you do that, it makes it all rough, and it's good to put the epoxy right over it. And you can see I've been putting epoxy right over where it's rough and filling in that one hole. I epoxied the whole back of that seam. Started fixing this. This was broken here and here, and this one's completely off. I got to work on that one. Got this crack fixed. Got to put epoxy on the back, but it takes a long time for the materials to dry. So I work on a piece and I let it stand, work on a piece, let it stand, and let this stand all night, and now it's secured at this point. Like I say, I still got to trim this clean, square, and then I'll make a piece similar to this. It'll come right down to this. Attach it all together, mold this over, cut off what I don't need. It's a process that I'm working. I heat it up and bend it with my hot air, the heat gun. But you got to be careful not to get it too hot. It'll turn into a piece of string and start running. That's what's going on there, though, guys. Let's take a walk out. I'll show you why I say it's not really such a fun day, because that's right, it's that time of year again. I got the splitter out, and I just started splitting some wood. The power cord, I just ran the power cord. I drilled a hole, put the power cord right through the wall, and plugged it inside. I didn't even need an outside plug. I had enough cord, so that saved a little time. this wood nice and dry now. That bus was the best investment I ever made to get the wood off, because what happens is the wood sitting on the ground and the moisture, it's hard to get the moisture out of it. And then when you get to the bottom of the pile, like the end of last year when I was getting to the bottom of the pile, the wood was soaking wet. And I bring it in the house and I'm trying to use it. I try to dry it as much as I can. I'll put it like next to the fire and, circle the wood in and have some drying, but it makes steam bubbles in the exhaust, in the outlet. And if you've ever seen how steam acts when it superheats, it expands real fast. What happens is it blocks the exhaust pipe and pushes the exhaust out the vent into the house. So out the draft rather, into the house. So I get like puffs of smoke, and I don't like that. Sets my smoke alarm off. It did a couple of times last year. So this year we got that bus, and that wood's going to be nice and dry. I went out and pulled some out, getting started here, get my first couple of barrels started. So I have, was a good investment. The door panel I used, showed you guys yesterday. I'm cutting parts out of that now. It's a good piece of PVC. See what's going on here, guys. Still got the Mustang up on the trailer. I showed you yesterday that I got that piece straight now. So the frame part of it's done. I'm still going to clean up. There's a little bit of surface rust. So I got some black Rust-Oleum. I'm just going to brush paint black Rust-Oleum on the front end before I'll do all the metal before I put the nose back on. I'll make sure everything's done with the Rust-Oleum underneath. There's a little bit of rust underneath. This car is almost rust-free, but when it came from Arizona, it was rust-free, but just its little time in Rhode Island driving, it picked up a little bit of surface rust. So under here, this piece, it's got some rust, and I'm going to clean that up. But the front, that's where the salt was hitting it. But if you move over here, you see that there's no rust. So a little bit right in here on the front. But when you go to the back of this car and underneath, I swear, man, for a 2003, it's pretty much rust-free, which is rare. So that's why I bought it, because the car came out of Arizona. It's only been in Rhode Island a short time. In the short time it's been here, look at the rust it started to get in the front. But I'll clean that up. I'll hit it with that rust treatment. The converter. I'll hit the rust converter on it and hit it with the tar mixed with black Rust-Oleum. The old black solution to everything. Out from West Rhode Island, guys. Hope you're enjoying your day. I think I'm gonna take the 36 down to the beach later. Me and Connie will go down and we'll take Lucky, let her run on the beach. She likes to run on the beach. Hopefully she don't find another. She found a goddamn dog. Runs up the beach, finds a dead seagull, and starts rubbing herself in it. I was like, you're riding home in the back of that truck, you pain in the butt, dog. Out from West Rhode Island. That was last trip to the beach. Hopefully I'm going to keep her on the leash this time. Later.